Welcome students in standard 7th class Geography chapter 3 Our Changing Earth part 2nd. In part 1 we have studied endogenic forces. Due to endogenic forces, what type of changes occur on the surface of the earth we have studied. Now in the part 2nd we are going to study exogenic forces. Exogenic forces, due to that which type of changes occur on the surface, we are going to study from this video. Now major landforms. The landscape is being continuously worn away by two processes, weathering and erosion. Now see, landscape like mountains, hillocks, etc. So these are being continuously worn away because of weathering process and erosion process. Now first of all we will study about what is weathering. Now weathering is a breaking up of the rocks on the earth surface. You can see in this image mountainous area or the parent rock which is broken into various shapes, and this process is called as weathering. Weathering takes place due to wind, water, heat, etc. Now erosion. What is erosion? Erosion is the wearing away of the landscape by different agents like water, wind and ice. Erosion means the wearing away landscape because of water, wind and ice. These are the agents, and due to water, wind and ice, erosion process takes place. The eroded material, broken or separated material from the main parent substance is carried away or transported by water, wind, etc. and eventually deposited. Now you can see in this image, what you can see here, soil erosion. Erosion takes place, but which erosion? Soil erosion. In this soil erosion process, from here you can see the soil which is washed away with the help of the water. Means which agent is here working for the erosion, or which agent is responsible for soil erosion? Water. Okay, and this eroded material get deposited, eventually deposited to the other part. This process of erosion and deposition creates different landforms on the surface of the earth. Now from here, the soil which is eroded soil which deposited on the other area, means here erosion takes place, and this soil erosion, eroded soil which got deposited to the other part of on the surface. So there different landforms creates. Now work of a river. Now erosion and deposition process takes place due to river also. So due to river, waterfall, meanders, cut-off lakes, floodplain, distributary and delta, this such a type of formations takes place. Now we will see waterfall. You can see in this image, waterfall means falling water from high to the lower part. When the river tumbles at steep angle over very hard rock or down a steep valley side, it forms a waterfall. You can see here upper rock which is hard rock, and cause of that what is happening, water falling from there, but water is not connecting to this surface because of we can see here this rock is quite softer, and due to softer rock, with the help of water, that surface got eroded and the water start falling from up to directly down, and in this way it forms a waterfall. Now meanders. As the river enters the plain, it twists and turns, forming large blends known as meander. You can see after tumbling down river water, and when river enters the plain, it twisted. You can see in this way, twisted and turns in the various positions, like zigzag like position. So large bends are created over here. This is called as meanders. Now, cut of lake. Due to continuous erosion and deposition along the sides of the meander, the ends of the meander loop come closer and closer. In due course of time, the meander loop cuts off from the river and forms a cut-off lake, also called an oxbow lake. You can see in this image, like the water is falling in this twisted and turning way, and what is happening due to the sediments collected over here, this water, this area washed away, and from here the water start turning from this way, and this area got separated from the main river. Means now what is happening here, the river start, earlier the river flowing from this way, but this portion getting eroded due to the sediments, due to the deposits, and then river start flowing from this way. So this area which is cutting away from the main river, so this is called as cut-off lakes. Now floodplains. As it floods, the river deposits layers of fine soils and other material called sediments along its banks. Now you can see this is river, and this area is called as river bank area. River bank area. So this leads to the formation of a flat, fertile floodplain. The raised banks are called levees. Now you can see here, this area is called as levees, and this area which is called as flood plain, because as the water proportion increased in the river, whatever soil particles and sediments which get deposited to this area, so this area become very much fertile due to these sediments, fine soil particle. So this area is called as flood plains area. Floodplain. Now distributaries. When the river approaches the sea, the speed of flowing water decreases and the river begins to break up into a number of streams called distributaries. Now you can see, suppose this is sea and river originates here on the mountains. So these are small rivulets. Many rivulets forms one river. So this is main river. As the river approaches to the sea, means to very close to sea, what is happening? Due to sediments, due to fine soil, river speed decreases, and due to that what is happening? Many streams were creates. These streams are called as distributaries. Now delta. What is delta? So the river becomes so slow that it begins to deposit its load. Each distributary forms its own mouth. The collection of sediments from all the mouths forms a delta. Now you can see here these tributaries, and these tributaries, many small tributaries created over here and near the ocean. Okay, then here whatever sediments, these small streams dumping into ocean, so there what is happening? Delta, it creates delta. You can see here small streams, and this part is called as river mouth. Where river meets to ocean, that part is called as river mouth. Where delta, you can see the delta region which is created due to the smaller streams, due to deposition of sediments deposition, etc. Now here in the form of tree diagram, how river originates and how river meets to ocean, it is clearly over here you can see. Now see here the mountains, and many rivulets originate in mountain, and then main river forms. So these are all smaller rivers are called as tributaries. Okay, smaller river meets to one major river, and these all smaller rivers are tributaries. Then this is one of the main trunk. Then we have studied about the meanders. Meanders means twisted, these turns are called as meanders. Okay, so these are the meanders. Then when the river approaches to the ocean, means near the ocean, what is happening? Due to the sediments and huge load, many distributaries were formed over there, means many small streams were created, and due to when these small streams meeting to ocean, means where river mouth, small streams mouths, means meeting to ocean, that area known as delta. Now, like the work of river, we have studied about various types of landforms created, like tributaries, then we have studied about the meanders, oxbow lakes, or delta, etc. Like the work of sea waves, due to sea waves, continuous flow of sea waves, various kinds of landforms occur on the surface of the earth. Those are sea caves, sea arcs, stacks and sea cliffs. Now what type of these shapes are? So we will see. Now sea caves. As we know, caves, what type of the caves, early human beings, they used to live in the caves. Now also wild animals, they used to live in caves, like that sea caves. So we will see the erosion and deposition of the sea waves give rise to coastal landforms, and they continuously strike at the rocks, developing cracks. On the rocks, due to sea waves continuously striking, and that's why what is happening to the rocks, cracks are developing over there. The cracks become larger and wider over the time, and due to which hollow like caves are formed on the rocks. They are called sea caves. Now you can see in this image, due to continuous flow of sea waves, what is happening? Strikes develop over there, and continuous strike, due to continuous strike, what is happening? Such a type of shape which is occurred over there, like cave like structure. Now sea arcs. When these cavities become bigger and bigger, only the roof of the caves remain, it forms sea arcs. Here we have studied about the sea caves. Okay, so continuous strike to these sea caves, what is happening? Inside portion also get eroded. Okay, and then such a type of arcs are developed over there. Okay, such a type of arcs developing. Now stacks. Erosion breaks the roof and only walls are left, and these walls like features are called as stacks. Now here to this type of sea arcs, when again strikes and hits, it will get, then what is happening? This above side portion also get eroded, mean this portion also get eroded. Then such a type of standing rocks, when it is called as the stacks. So you can see here, these are the images of stacks. Now sea cliffs. The steep rocky coast rising almost vertically means here in the longitudinal way, here in this above sea water is called sea cliffs. Upside down means vertically, here rocky coast, it is rising after, it is called as sea cliff. Now work of ice. We have studied about the work of sea waves, work of river, and due to that what type of landforms occur. Like that, due to the ice also, different types of landforms occur. Among that, glaciers. Now what is glacier? So glaciers are rivers of ice. So rivers of ice are called as glaciers, which erode the landscape by bulldozing soil and stones to expose the solid rock below. Due to the force or friction of ice, what is happening? Landscape get eroded. Okay, glaciers carve out deep hollow there, and as the ice melts, they get filled up with water and become beautiful lakes in the mountains. Due to the ice, what is happening? Due to the strong hit and blow of the rivers of ice, deep solid rock get eroded, and after the melting of that ice, the part is converting into lakes. So such a type of beautiful lakes created over there when the ice capped mountains are there, and such a beautiful scenery we can observe in some part of Himalaya also. So here this is the glacier, these are the glaciers such as the rivers of ice, and these rivers of ice used to flow further, and in this flow rock which deep under this ice caps. So what is happening, that rock is also get eroded. Now another landform which is created due to the work of ice, that is glacial moraines. You can see here the glacial moraines. The material carried by the glaciers such as rocks, big and small, sand and silt get deposited and forms glacial moraines. So now we can see whatever the material which is carried by the glaciers, and which is small rock or big rock, sand, silt, and everything means which is carrying while flowing and carrying and get deposited to the other area. So then what type of landforms occur? Glacial moraines are occurred. Now due to the wind also, some type of the physical features created on the land or land surface. So work of wind, in that wind is one of the important agent which causes various physical features to create on the surface. Then mushroom rocks, sand dunes and loess. So we will see due to the work of wind which type of landforms create on the surface. Now wind, the strong wind which is blowing, and especially in the desert, an active agent of erosion and deposition is wind. Okay, so in desert area where no barriers, especially over there, one of the active agent, that is wind. And wind, what especially work of wind, that erosion and deposition of that material to the other area, and then different types of the physical features develop on the surface. Now mushroom rocks. So what type of mushroom rocks, and especially where it got found? In desert, rocks can be shaped like a mushroom, commonly called mushroom rocks. You can see such a type of rocks, mushroom like structure, so it is called as mushroom rock because it's shaped in mushroom. So here especially how this type of structures get created due to the wind. Due to wind, such a type of rocks, they get the shape, especially in desert area. Now, sand dunes. What are sand dunes? So when the wind blows, it lifts and transports sand from one place to another place. When it stops blowing, the sand falls and get deposited in low hill like structure. Means here, due to the wind carried these sand particles, and again when wind speed it stopped blowing, what is happening, that only wind it is settling here, these sand particles and the hill like structure get formed over there. These are called as sand dunes. Now loess. When the grains of sand are very fine and light, the wind carry it over very long distance. We know that heavy substances settled down as the speed become low. But when fine particles are there, these fine particles easily blow in the air and which cover long distance. So such a type of grains of sand which are very fine and light, which the wind can carry it over long distances. When such sand is deposited in large area, it is called as Lewis. So these fine particles which spread over a large area, okay, you can see here very light and the fine particles of sand which blown away by the wind and which got deposited over the long distance. Such physical appearance is called as Lewis. I hope you understood this remaining chapter.